My favorite television show, hands down of all time, is the 1967 classic television show, The Prisoner, starring Patrick McGoohan. Yeah, and some people may be familiar with this, some may not be. So let me tell you a little bit of what the show's about. Patrick McGoohan plays an intelligence officer of unknown rank or unknown duties who resigns from his service. And he's then taken to this place called the Village, which takes all these people from various intelligence agencies who have information that is too dangerous to be out there in the world. Basically, the Village is trying to figure out why it is that the prisoner, number 6, wanted to resign. And during all this time, number 6 is trying to escape the Village. Well, in one episode in particular called The General, there's this program called SpeedLearn. And it's led by this person called Only the Professor, with an enigmatic figure named the General, the name of the episode, behind this professor. Now, SpeedLearn is this special new age program that allows you to learn the college-level course in the matter of seconds. And all you have to do is watch your TV while this image of the professor stares right at you, kind of creepy. And as you stare at it, all that knowledge is instantly placed in your brain. Now, number 6, being number 6, goes and investigates what's going on with this program. And he finds a tape recording of the professor saying that the SpeedLearn program is dangerous, that it's an abomination and it must be destroyed. So number 6, as he's going about trying to do just that, realizes that the potential for the program is not only great for learning, but it's also great for controlling people. And that's implied for what the Village is trying to do with this program, that they're trying to use it not just to teach people, but to teach them what they want them to know. To be used as essentially a form of mind control. Now, number 6 is caught, and as they're getting ready to ask the General, revealed to be a giant computer that supposedly can answer all questions. And as they're trying to ask who has been helping number 6 out, number 6 proposes this, that there's one question that the General cannot answer. Why? W-H-Y question mark. Why? The one question that cannot be answered. And the General, this machine, starts to smoke and basically blows up and can't be used for anything anymore. Now, the people put their hope in the General, in this machine. Their hope that this would be a new way for them to learn quicker, for them to grow smarter, easier. But alas, the General was also a tool that could be used to control them, to make it so that they would learn not the truth, but whatever it is that the Village deemed appropriate. The Village, too, put their hope in the General, that it could answer any question imaginable. But alas, they too were disappointed. Their hope was unfounded because the General could still not answer the unanswerable question. We too have to be careful what we put our hope in. We have to be careful who we trust. That's what Jesus tells us today in our gospel lesson. in the midst of telling us about the end times and getting us ready once again for when we'll hear more about the end times, the second coming, all of that in the season of Advent. So get ready, because this is what it's going to be like very, very soon. But in the midst of all that, Jesus tells the disciples, tells those around him, that there will be people that come about that say, I am he, and the end is near. And we are cautioned by Jesus not to follow after them. Now, in this world nowadays, there are so many people vying for our attention, vying for us to listen to them. We see these people both within the church and outside of the church. And some of these people say that they have the answer, that if you only listen to them, that you'll know what you need to do in life, that you'll know what you need to be okay. These people sometimes are good and sometimes are bad. But the fervor that people follow them with, it's almost as if they were the Messiah returning into this world, as opposed to the possibility for some that they're false prophets, false messiahs, that though they might claim to be the chosen one, they are in fact no such thing at all. Because the fact of the matter is this: there's only one person that we should be listening to. There's only one person that has all the answers. There's only one person that can determine that everything is going to be okay. And that person is, of course, Jesus. And that's what we hear about throughout our lessons today. In the gospel, we hear Jesus saying that not a hair on our heads will be hurt in following Jesus. We hear in our song of Isaiah that it is surely God who will save us. And we hear also in Isaiah proper, in our first lesson this morning, we hear that God is the one, that Jesus is the one to bring renewal to our lives in the new heaven and new earth. And we hear too that Jesus is the only one who can bridge these divides, that even the wolf and the lamb will be able to come together. Thanks only to Jesus. There are a lot of voices out there vying for our attention. There are a lot of voices that say they have the answers, just like the general supposedly had the answers in The Prisoner. But they don't. The voices we should be listening to are the ones who can say, I don't have all the answers, and not blow up when they do it. The ones we should be listening to are the voices that say, I don't know the answers, but let me point you to the one who does, Jesus. All of these voices out there, vying for our attention, vying for us to listen to them. These aren't the voices we should follow. As one of those voices in the world, I am telling you, I'm not the one you should be following. Don't follow me. Follow Jesus. Follow the one that I follow. And the one that I hope each and every one of you here follows as well. When you're listening to those voices in the world, be very careful. And make sure that the ones you're following are the ones that will say to you, don't follow me, follow Jesus.